You know, they say history has a habit of repeating itself. But what about a girl who is trying to escape from a vicious serial killer again and again and again and again and again, just like the girl in this movie? Whew. Talk about constant near misses. Hi guys, welcome to another video. Hope you're all keeping well. Now in this video I'd just like to talk about one of the movies that I showed in my recent DVD and Blu-ray pickups. I watched it last night, thoroughly enjoyed it, and that movie is called Skin Collector. Now if you're not familiar with Skin Collector, it was made in 2013 and it stars John Jarratt, who was in the Australian horror Wolf Creek, and he was also in the sequel Wolf Creek 2. Also made a series of it. Fantastic actor. And Danielle Harris, who again has been in well, she's been in quite a few horror movies actually, most notably the Halloween sequels when she was a little girl, and she's been in Hatchet and that, you know, yeah, and countless other horror movies, yeah, and other fine actors, yeah. So you've got John Jarratt and Danielle Harris as the two main roles in that, yeah. So yeah, so it was released in 2013. If you're not familiar with it, I'll just read you the blurb just to give you an idea. Yeah, so you've got here, a killer as clever as Hannibal Lecter and as unstoppable as Michael Myers. Whew. Danielle Harris, who was in Hatchet 2 and 3, stars with Casper Van Dien from Starship Troopers and John Jarratt, of course, of Wolf Creek fame, in this savagely entertaining horror thriller based on the acclaimed novel by Brian Harper. Now, the Gryphon is a serial killer with a flair for the dramatic and a grisly trophy case of victims. But when he sets out to add shy young secretary Wendy Alden, played by Danielle Harris, to his macabre collection, he gets more than he bargained for. He certainly does, guys. Always one step ahead of the pursuing detective Delgado Van Dien, the brilliant psychopath penetrates police lines at will, circling ever closer to the target of his deranged fantasies. Until, finally, the only thing standing between Wendy and the Gryphon's unthinkable desires is her own desperate, indomitable will to survive. Yeah, so there you go, guys. That is the Skin Killer. Yeah, as I say, watched it last night, and in my opinion, this is one of the best serial killer movies ever made. You know, it's got the lot. It's got good characters. There's no stupid scenes in it. Really serious and that, you know, yeah. And two great actors in the forms of Danielle Harris and John Jarratt. Yeah, lots of tension, good pacing, good storyline, yeah. And admittedly, in some parts, some of the scenes are a little bit dark, but that doesn't detract. That doesn't detract from the enjoyability factor of this movie, because it's one of those movies that once you sit down and watch it, you've got to watch it right through to the end to see what happens, yeah. And yeah, and as I implied at the beginning of my video, the Danielle Harris character, she has quite a few near misses when she tries to get away from John Jarratt's psychopathic villain. Yeah, he's a fantastic actor, John Jarratt, especially when it comes to playing villains. Yeah, he was really good in Wolf Creek. I don't know if any of you have seen Wolf Creek 1 and Wolf Creek 2, but he played the Australian psychopathic killer Mick Taylor. Yeah, but I won't go on too much about them in case, you know, you haven't seen them. Yeah, you know, I'll let you see them for yourself. Yeah, they're fantastic movies as well. But getting back to this, guys, yeah, this is one hell of a roller coaster ride. Yeah, and I'll just show you the back there. There he is. There's the he actually keeps there's John Jarratt there. Yeah. And of course Danielle Harris, the female protagonist. Yeah. What he does, he stalks his victims. Without giving too much away the story, John Jarratt plays this deranged psychopath, and what he does, he stalks his victims and that, you know, primarily female, yeah, and he sort of like, he has this sort of like cheese wire, and he garrots them and that, you know, yeah, besides other things and that. And what he does, some of the heads of his victims, he keeps them in jars. Yeah, yeah, oh yeah. Always one of the worst serial killers ever been on celluloid, guys. Yeah, and yeah, all fine acting all round. And he also like the police officer as well. Yeah, who was sort of like after him and that, you know. Yeah, Detective Delgado, played by Van Dien. Yeah, and then you've got the subplot there where his boss is getting on to him and saying like, you know, what's going on with this case? Why haven't you sort of like sorted out? Why haven't you nabbed this guy? You know, because his boss says, well, I'm near retirement now, and I want to go out like on sort of like on a high. I want to go out like, you know, with a good record and that, you know. And he wants his number one priority is to catch this serial killer, the Gryphon. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a fantastic movie, this. Yeah, I'm keeping this in my collection. I've actually sent off for the novel as well. Yeah, because I always like to read the novel as well as watch the movie. I always like to read the novel as well, you know, to compare the two storylines and that. Yeah. So yeah. So I say I can't recommend this highly enough, guys. Yeah, The Skin Collector. Yeah. This is what a good serial killer movie should be about. Yeah, a good characters, good plot, good pacing, as you're on the edge of your seat and that. Yeah. Oh, and the way he gets dressed up as well. He gets dressed up, and you know, as a police officer and all that. Yeah. But and also, I don't want to give too much more away, but I've just got to tell you guys. Just when you think the movie is drawn to a conclusion, you get another jaw-dropping twist. You know, the sort of like, oh, knocks you back, yeah. But again, I don't want to give that away. I'll let you see for yourself, yeah. So if you like serial killer movies, you've got to go out and get yourself a copy of The Skin Collector. Fantastic movie. Got this from Asda for £5, yeah. And it's worth every penny, really is, yeah. Yeah, it's been described as a hell of a freaky ride, yeah. Creepy, suspenseful and grisly. It certainly is, guys. Yeah. So I'll definitely be keeping this in my collection. Yeah. Before I wind this video up, I just get back to John Jarvis here in regards to his Wolf Creek projects. Now, I read on the internet that John Jarvis has been bombarded, you know, with Wolf Creek fans saying, when are we going to get Wolf Creek 3? When are we going to get Wolf Creek 3? Well, he's basically said, rest assured that he is, you know, there are sort of like things in the pipeline, but with the COVID-19 crisis breaking out, it's sort of like put a halt to things, yeah. But hopefully, guys, once it's all cleared up, this accursed virus and that, you know, we'll start seeing all the movies that have been held back all coming out again in a welcome gush and that, yeah. And among them, of course, Wolf Creek 3, hopefully, yeah. So there you go. So that's some good news about Wolf Creek 3, yeah. And I think he's doing another series of the Wolf Creek TV series as well, yeah. But so there you go. That's good news for Wolf Creek fans, yeah. So Wolf Creek 3 in the pipeline, yeah. But getting back to this, guys, yeah. He's fantastic in this. He really knows how to play a villain. You know, he's a fine Australian actor, John Jarvis, yeah. He's really, yeah. I compare him to sort of like, you know, the way Anthony Perkins played Psycho. He gives the character that multi-layered aspect, you know. There's elements of him that is human, but then he's got like the malevolent streak in him, the vicious streak in that, yeah. And boy, is he vicious in this, guys, yeah. And Danielle Harris, yeah. Oh god, she's fantastic in this, yeah. Playing the female protagonist, yeah. All you horror fans will probably be familiar with Danielle Harris, yeah. She's a fine actress, yeah, and a lovely lady as well, yeah. Okay, guys, well, let's review of The Skin Collector from 2013, yeah. Look at that image, guys, on the front, yeah. Okay, so if you like a good serial killer, I'd highly recommend this, yeah. It's a fantastic movie, yeah. I think you'll enjoy it, like, from start to finish, yeah. And as I say, John Jarvis and Danielle Harris, two top-class, absolutely flawless performances, yeah. Okay, guys, have any of you seen The Skin Collector? Leave your comments down below, and what did you think of it? Do you like John Jarvis? Do you like Danielle Harris? Yeah, always like to hear from your fellow YouTubers. Yeah, always reply to every comment and that. Yeah, all part of YouTube etiquette, guys, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, guys, well that's it. Yeah, all going well. I'll talk to you all again soon. Stay safe.